Alright, quickly checking out JASMY. So it looks like we are having a slight relief rally today. We literally came down in the last episode. We took out my stop loss at 1.8, and we are having a slight increase. But as you can tell, the candle that we put in yesterday was much more significant than what we're seeing today. In my opinion, this is a very, very small dead cat bounce, and it kind of reminds me of when we came down pretty harsh into the 1.8 region, had a somewhat significant dead cat bounce up to the 618 fib. Recently we've come down, we've broken below your 786 fib, and today all we've done is really move up to the top of the 786 fib, and we've got a rejection, which is why you can see you've got a wick that tried to push above it, and we never really made it for JASMY. This was on the past 4 hour. You can see that we've run into the 4 hourly EMA ribbons, and temporarily we've got a rejection. We've got some volume stepping in, so you can really see that we are trying to fight with these EMA ribbons that are really trying to push us down and make us make new lows. If we come over to the 1 hour, you can actually see that we have temporarily flipped to this 1 hour. However, I think we should definitely wait until tomorrow and see if we get continuation. The last couple of times we hop above the 1 hour, you can see we hopped above it to temporarily flip it, and then we just came collapsing back down within 12 hours or so. This most recent pump above the 1 hour was done in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was, but by the next 8 hours you were completely wiped out and going back below the EMA ribbon. So we hopped above this maybe 2 hours ago. I'd definitely wait. So for example, if you're watching this just before you're about to go to sleep, just like I'm recording this before I'm about to go to sleep, then by the time we wake up tomorrow, I reckon checking out the chart and seeing if we've got any continuation would be probably the best thing to do. Honestly, I don't think it's safe per se to enter JASMY at this moment in time. You're really flirting with death with this 786 Fibonacci, so if we just blast out of here, so be it. There are a couple lines that I do want to see JASMY get back above before I get bullish again. I've been telling you in my last video that as I have now been stopped out of my JASMY trade in a profit, I am now obviously looking for the next trade to jump into on JASMY. And just like before, when we were all the way up at 5 cent and then we came down to 3 cent and people told me, is it time to DCA? And I said, no, I'm expecting these lower price targets. We're always looking to enter from that absolute position of strength once the market shows us that we've got a strong chance of bottoming, or at least having a relief rally in the short term. And with what's going on with Bitcoin is still kind of in the dumps today. The Fed meeting between the 3rd and the 4th, I think, is having a hindrance on the market. We do keep on coming back down to these lows today. So yeah, it's really chop season on Bitcoin. I don't really think that now is the perfect time to be entering altcoin trades, for example like JASMY. I would really be sitting on the sidelines and seeing what we do over the next couple of days, because I think we're gearing up for a big momentum shift. If we look at the squeeze mom down here on the daily, you can see we've just reset the last bearish wave of momentum, and markets move in waves. I talk about this all the time. You've got your squeeze mom, we move from bearish impulses to bullish impulses, bearish impulses to bullish, but sometimes you can get these phases where, like here, you've got a bearish phase, you reset bearish momentum, and then you come back in for another brutal bearish phase after the bears have had a breather. And that could be what we're seeing right now. We've had the bears take us all the way down from 5 cent to sub 2 cent. I would not be surprised if they push this a little bit further. You can see the bulls are trying to come back in and hold this floor down here as support. But I honestly, it's anyone's guess which direction we're going to blow. My inkling is that we're either going to have a big impulse up after the Fed meeting, or we're probably going to come down and potentially come down to as low as 1 cent, which may seem absolutely outlandish considering how the market cap is at 90 million. Now, bear in mind, when I say the market cap is 90 million, I've talked about the JASMY token supply before, and how CoinMarketCap says that it's 10%, but in actuality, we did a breakdown video. If you type in on my channel JASMY token supply, or if you just type in JASMY token supply, you should find it. We went through and, I think Binance owns like 6% of the supply alone, and then we've got about, I think the last time we checked, there was 22 wallets with 1% of the supply held in them. I think those are the JASMY Foundation wallets, and for some reason, CoinMarketCap does not consider any of those huge whale wallets to contribute to the circulating supply. So even though it says 10% of the supply is out, it is more like 30% or so. I mean, considering how the supply is held, over 22% of the supply is held by wallets that just have 1%, and that's not including Binance's multiple wallets, with one of them containing like 6%. So if you add all that up with the circulating supply it says on here, and I imagine with the circulating supply of what the retail traders hold, I would imagine it's much over 30%. So, you know, when it says the market cap is 90 million, I do imagine that it is probably a decent amount higher than the existing market cap. So considering the fully diluted would be almost $1 billion, I could imagine the actual market cap could be somewhere around about the 200 to 300 million. So it would not be too outlandish for JASMY to have a further move to the downside. Like I said, the Squeeze Mom says a big move is coming. The charts are telling us that we're on our last legs for JASMY. So I don't personally plan on trying to trade this right now. I'm really waiting for the markets to show us that we've got a decision coming in. And like I said, the lower time frames you come down to, you can see we are currently fighting with these downtrending resistances. On the hour, we're fighting to try and stay above this during this recent correction. So I'll give you an update on what is going on tomorrow with JASMY. It doesn't seem like now is the right time to DCA. That is just my personal opinion for JASMY. I'll be sitting on the sidelines. I want to make sure the next trade that we enter from another position of strength, just like we did from down here. So that is all I've got for you today for JASMY. Very boring stuff we're seeing in the charts today, but like I said, the stock market is getting chopped up. You know, if you don't watch my Bitcoin videos and you don't watch my greater analysis on the stock market and you just care about JASMY, I would definitely say, you know, at least listen to what I have to say and, you know, maybe watch one of the Bitcoin videos, because when you look at what's going on in the stock market, you can see Coinbase is making new lows, the dollar is pumping with continuation, Tesla stock has just fell below an important level of support, Facebook is now dumping after its quarterly pump. The stock market, SPY is dumping into your last leg of support. The Nasdaq is crashing into new lows. So, you know, the general markets outside of crypto are not looking very good right now, and that is allowing, you know, Bitcoin to have the absolute crash that we've been seeing in the past week or so. So I really don't think now's the best time to be trading altcoins while the market's like this. I think we should wait until the Fed meeting announcement. If that has a good impact on the markets, then we'll have a bunch of trades for sure. But as of now, sitting on the sidelines it is. That's all I've got for you today for JASMY. As always, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market. Also, check out the link in the description below. We now have the Discord set up. I hope to see you all in the Discord. That's all I've got for you today. Cowboy out. Peace.